Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Emily and I'm one of the 2 people who run this YouTube account. I just finished my freshman year at UC Berkeley, and then my friend Iris, who is normally on this channel with me, just finished her freshman year at Carnegie Mellon University. Normally we do collaborate on our videos, but because of quarantine, we are filming these apart. So it will just be me today sharing my advice about Berkeley, but Iris will also be hopping on a little bit later to share some things she has learned at her first year at Carnegie Mellon.
I and M ding.
So throughout this video, if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to leave them in the comments and I'll try my best to go and answer them. Okay, so the first thing I wish I knew about college before entering was how important a roommate would be. So my biggest suggestion would be to choose your roommate wisely. They will end up being your best friend most of the time, so don't feel pressured to choose a roommate right off the bat. I know for me, when I entered the Facebook group where all of the freshmen were looking for a roommate, it was really stressful because I felt the need to hurry and choose someone and lock a roommate down. But the reality is the right person will come to you at the right time. My roommate Isabel is seriously one of my best friends now, and I'll insert some pictures of our favorite memories together. But I'm so glad I didn't rush to find a roommate because I wouldn't have met Isabel that way. So make sure you connect with people through social media, but also get to know them, ask them questions like, how close are you with your family if that's something you value, or if they party or drink a lot if that's something you're concerned about as well. So I would definitely recommend just taking the time to find a good roommate because it is super important. The next tip I have for incoming college freshmen is that it is totally okay to want to switch majors and interests throughout freshman year or even throughout college. So many of my friends ended up changing their majors from when they entered to when they graduate, so it's all going to be okay. I know for me personally, I entered Berkeley as a global studies major, and now I'm trying to do econ and business, so kind of a big switch, but it really doesn't matter because I think colleges understand that freshmen are still trying to find out what their interests are. So you definitely have that time to explore, take different classes, join different clubs, and see what your interests really are. And so don't be afraid if you feel like changing midway throughout your freshman year. Okay, so the next tip kind of goes along with tip number 2, and it is that you shouldn't feel afraid to change clubs or to change friend groups throughout freshman year. Going into college, if you're moving away from home, can be really difficult because for the first time in your life, you don't have a support system. You don't have your family with you. You don't have the friends that you've had all throughout, middle school, high school. So it's definitely a big change. Don't be afraid to switch friend groups. Don't be afraid to try out new things. And it's okay if the first friend you meet doesn't end up being your lifelong best friend, because there's so many people at college. You have so many opportunities to just go out and meet new people. After completing my freshman year, I have a few close friends, but I'm definitely still open to meeting new people, joining new friend groups sophomore year. So it's definitely not a fast process, but in the process of it, don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone and to talk to people you never thought you would end up talking to. The next tip I have for you guys is about what you should bring to your dorms. So if you guys want, I can definitely do a 10 things to bring to your dorm video. So make sure to give this video a thumbs up if that's something you would like to see. But something I strongly recommend you bringing is an electric kettle. I'll insert a picture here of what one looks like. But basically, it allows you to cook hot water in your room really, really easily, which is really nice if you want like cup noodles in the middle of the night. But it is also a really nice way to filter your water. So what I do instead of getting like a Brita, I just boiled my water, waited for it to cool, and then I would drink it. It's also really nice if you want to make tea at night. So tip number 5. Socialize with people in your dorm. The people in your dorm are the people you will see the most often. They're the people that you see at night when you're walking to take a shower, or like after a long school day when you're walking back, taking the elevator up to your room. So if you become really close with these people in your dorm, you're able to hang out with them a lot. So it's a really nice way to get close to people because you are just living next to them. And I guess that's something different for college freshmen living on campus, because whereas you used to live in your own house and you would have to drive to your friend's house, your friends in your dorms are literally right next door. So it's a great way to meet new people and to find a group of friends that you really care about. Tip number 6, bring condiments to the dining halls. I know this sounds kind of ridiculous, but dining hall food gets kind of boring after a while. So something I would recommend bringing is everything but the bagel seasoning from Trader Joe's. Put that on bagels, put it on like rice, put it on chicken, put it on everything, your salads, and it makes everything taste 10 times better, I promise you. Some people would bring like chili flakes to put on their chicken or their meat because dining hall food tends to be really bland. You can also bring cream cheese for your bagels, jam, like whatever you can find at a local grocery store. It will definitely elevate your meal and the really bland food. If your school's anything like Berkeley, they provide a good food, but it just doesn't taste very well. It doesn't have a lot of flavor. So I definitely recommend bringing condiments. So tip number 7 is a Berkeley specific tip. I'm not sure if other colleges also have this as well. We can call up Iris and ask about Carnegie Mellon really quick. But basically, I would recommend you to take advantage of your school gym. So at Berkeley, the RSF has a lot of free classes. We have free yoga, free HIIT classes, free cycling, and they're all open to college freshmen and students in general. So I would definitely recommend going to these classes with your friends, or even just going to the gym to work out by yourself. It's a great way to stay active, and it will definitely help you avoid that freshman 15 we're all so terrified about. So let's give Iris a call and see if she can shed a little bit of light about what on-campus gyms are like for college students and see how her experience was like at Carnegie Mellon. Okay, Iris, what are gyms like in Carnegie Mellon on campus for college freshmen and college students in general?
Okay, so the gym facilities at CMU are both like really new and clean, and what I like about them the most is that they have different sections. Like they have sections with like equipments like treadmills, ellipticals, and like weight training, and they also have like smaller rooms called studios for you to do like floor exercises, and you can bring your own yoga mat, and they have mats there as well. So yeah.
So would you recommend like freshmen go after class or like before class?
So I always go at around 9 to 10 p.m.-ish. There are not a lot of people there. But if you go in the evening, like at 5 or 6, that's when most people finish classes. So that's the rush hour, I would say, for gyms. And if you don't want to run into people there, you should go at like 7 in the morning, because that's when professors and just faculty in general go to the gym.
Oh wow.
That's what I heard about the 7 a.m. thing. But I mean, I've never been there at 7 a.m. so I wouldn't know. But, yeah.
Well, thank you so much to our special guest for her input.
Good luck in college.
Yay!
Congrats, you're going to college. Woohoo!
Okay, bye Iris.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so tip number 8 would be to buy digital textbooks rather than getting paper copies. So even if you're used to getting hard copies of your textbooks in high school, in college you do a lot of walking. For Berkeley especially, our campus is filled with hills. So walking up and down hills with giant textbooks in between classes is not the best idea. So I'd strongly recommend buying them online before actually purchasing them. I know during my freshman year, I probably only really purchased one textbook. There are a lot of websites online that can help you find free textbooks. A lot of upperclassmen friends, if you have any, probably took the same classes as you and probably used the same textbook. So always just reach out to them and see if they're willing to sell you their textbook for cheaper or just give it to you for free. Number 9 is another Berkeley specific tip. but make sure when you're on campus to carry pepper spray. I know Berkeley specifically has the reputation of being a little bit dangerous, and from my experience on campus, I've definitely seen a little bit of the scarier side of Berkeley, especially at night. So make sure to just have pepper spray on you. You can attach it to your lanyard or just attach it to your backpack and just carry it when you're walking at night around campus, because sometimes scary things happen. And so, not to scare you guys, I'm sure everything will be totally fine, but it's better to be prepared. I'm not sure if other colleges also experience similar problems, but if you are going to school somewhere that is known for having higher crime rates, or you just want to feel extra safe at night, definitely carry pepper spray with you. You can find them on Amazon for really cheap. Just make sure that when you are flying to your school, if you are taking an airplane, to put the pepper spray in checked-in baggage, because they won't allow you to bring it through security at the airport. So that's another pro tip. And my final tip for college freshmen is to reach out to graduate student instructors in your class, or at Berkeley we call them GSIs. At other schools they might be known as TAs, but just don't be afraid to reach out to them during class, or visit their office hours, or visit your professor's office hours. Even at Berkeley, such a huge school, these instructors always have time to answer your questions and to help you out. I know 2 semesters ago I was struggling with one of my classes with like over 300 people, but I was still able to reach out to my TA and ask for specific help. And I think they always have time for you and are definitely willing to help you out in whatever way you're struggling. So don't be afraid to reach out to them. Even if your school is ginormous like Berkeley, it's worth it to just give it a try and get whatever help you need with your courses, your homework, or even just preparing for a test. So that's it for me today. If you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe. We will definitely be doing more college-related videos in the future. I know a lot of you guys really enjoyed our Carnegie Mellon Berkeley video previously, so we'll definitely be doing more like that. And if you want a 10 things to bring to your dorm video, make sure to also comment down below and we'll try to do that as soon as possible. But right now, I hope you guys have a fantastic summer. Don't stress too much about college. It will all work out, I promise. Bye!